All right, we should be live. Let me just check everything. We are live. Hello there, skewers. Welcome back to another RSG Lunch stream. I am your host with the most, Ranger J 1999, part of the RSG crew. Glad to have you guys here on a Tuesday. We work our way through the work week. I'm glad to see you guys all here. And we're here to do one thing, talk shop about Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. Glad to have you guys aboard on this fine day where we continue on with the nonsense that is Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. Glad to have you guys aboard. Let's get some housekeeping out of the way, introductions, yada, yada, yada. Glad to see you guys are all out there in chat. Make sure you say hi in chat. I'll call your name out here in a second. Say hello back. Glad to see everybody here. Man, a lot of pickles. Well, everybody's whipping out their pickles early today out there in TV land. So if you want to whip out your pickle, this is the place to do it. I see Ouch Girls out there, so she really loves when you whip out your pickle. So give it a thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's see here. You can see Vader's Cup of Plenty is there if you want to donate. You can do super chat, funny little things. But other than that, we're going to do our typical stuff. I'm going to suffer through mod depression. We're going to do a roster review like we do every day, and then we're going to answer your questions. If you have questions, all you need to do is put your question into the chat. Make sure you put question in front of your statement. I am running solo today. I guess everybody's busy. So if you have questions, help me to help you. Help me help you by make sure you put question in front of your statement so I can scoop that up with Nightbot. Pretty simple stuff. Let's get into it. So wait a minute. Finn.
Hi.
You're going to let me sit there the whole time and not say a damn thing.
Well, you hadn't done... I didn't know if you were doing any introductions. Yeah, you were still doing the intro stuff, so I thought you were going to introduce people in the chat. So I was waiting until you went to something. I came up with a new song, by the way.
I really am horrified to hear what this is. Yes.
It's actually... I think this may be the greatest song remake thing we've ever done.
I've heard that before, Finn.
Are you ready? No. It's RSG and pickle time, RSG and pickle time, RSG and pickle time. Where he at? Where he at? Where he at? Where he at? Now there he go. There he go. There he go. There he go. RSG and pickles. RSG and pickles. RSG and pickles. RSG and pickles. Is it RSG and pickle? RSG and pickle. RSG and pickle with a baseball bat. RSG and pickle. RSG and pickle. RSG and pickles with a baseball bat. See? I think that's like the greatest song ever.
I hate you so much right now.
Why? I think that is a great song, and that needs to be our theme song for the lunch hour.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, Finn?
There's nothing wrong. I think it was an awesome song. See, Archie loves it.
That's not what everyone else is saying, though.
I can sing Leia's mom.
You probably do a better job than Cubs. I love you, Cubs, but oh my god. Every time I'm like, oh no. I'm like, how did Urs talk you into that, Cubs, man? Seriously. No, it's all fun. It's God. Oh, Lord. Don't give us a thumbs down, Devil Kyle, you dickhole. Jesus Christ. Oh, man.
So you know what the next thing is going to be? I will sing that song. I need to get a pickle outfit, and we can put that as a challenge for the ACS.
Oh, that's a good one. That's
and
a good
I'll
idea.
actually bounce around as a pickle doing the RSG and pickle song.
Let's go. Yeah, I've been busy this morning pimping the stuff. I've been reaching out to all the YouTubers, things so we can get... I needed someone to go to Maurice. Damn it. Finn knows I've been busy this morning reaching out to all the community YouTubers and things of that nature I can think of. I'll probably do some more to spread the word about our upcoming... I want to talk about this first, Finn, because this is a big deal, right? We're visiting the Children's Hospital of Atlanta. You want to talk about this real quick, Finn?
Sure. So September 24th, 1 week from today, at this time, we will be live streaming from Children's Healthcare of Atlanta in Eggleston from the playroom in the pediatric oncology area. And so it's a really big deal for us. I still haven't updated it. You know what? I'm going to do it right now as I'm talking.
What's that?
I'm going to put the link for the Tiltify page
Yes, we
and
need
the
that. Yeah,
event
people have been asking
in the
that.
description.
Yeah, we need to get that. I was just about to
Yeah.
say. I
It
just
is
remembered that.
so we have the event set up for Tuesday. So if you go there, all the links are there. But let me go ahead and add it into the lunch stream as well. But we are getting ready to do that. Ranger will be dressed up as Darth Revan. I will be dressed up as a Jedi Consular Finn in particular. And we are going to spend the few hours with the kids, uh, play games with them, and all that, all in an effort to raise awareness for cancer. And because of what we are doing to kick it off, the theme for this one is going to be pediatric cancer. And this is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month,
Yes, it
which
is.
makes it even more relevant. So if you guys can, please make sure that you come to the event, watch it, support it, all that kind of stuff. But if you can, please donate. Go to the Tiltify page. We have a bunch of challenges up. Not a bunch. We have 3 challenges up right now that we're hoping to get filled. Each one was something, and I'm going to add one more that I'll let you guys know right now. But there is one where I will have a dance party with the kids, and I will do the Macarena, the chicken dance, the electric slide, and the floss, whatever the hell that is, some Fortnite dance that I'm not sure exactly what it is. So I saw good old Maurice do it on Jedi Academy, and I'm not sure that's the right thing to watch. So
No, that was a day that
So-
will live in infamy.
so we have that for one of the challenges. We have another one where Ranger and I will be coming with lightsabers. And if we can fill that challenge, we will give away the lightsabers to the kids. We have like little tickets and stuff, so we'll randomly pick the kids that'll get it. There are actually going to be 4 lightsabers that we'll be giving away. We're also going to be showing off the 2020, which you may have seen on some of the streams that I've done. I have to send one to Ranger and all of them because I just got it like last week. We have the new 2020 RSG wristbands. And we are going to start off. We haven't put them up for sale yet because what we want to do first is try to give it away to the kids, the family, and potentially the medical staff at the hospital when we go there. And so the other challenge is to give away those wristbands where if you guys fill that challenge, we will give away 100 wristbands to the kids, then the parents, then the medical staff, kind of in that order until they're all gone. And then similarly, we do have some left over from 2019. So
Yes.
we'll actually double up the wristbands that we're going to give away to them. So if we can fill that challenge, then we're going to be able to give those away. And then lastly, for those of you that may not know, Porg McFadden, when somebody got it for me, bought him with a friend. And I have Porg McFadden's friend still in the plastic. And so there will be a challenge up where if we fill that challenge, I will give away the fuzzy Porg. And you guys have seen Porg McFadden. As much as you may not like Porgs, you know that he is small, cuddly, and adorable, and it would be perfect for a kid. So if we fill that challenge, I will be giving away the friend of Porg McFadden to a kid at the hospital. And so we're our kind of preliminary target for all of this. If we fill all the challenges, we're hoping to raise somewhere around $2,500 to $3,000 for this event for the kids. Half the money is going to the kids and the hospital there, Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, in the Cancer and Blood Disorder Center. So please try to spread the word. And if you guys can, please help us and donate to it.
Yeah.
We already have $120 in donations. The 2 people who are Darth Rada and Maz Kanata donated just directly there because they didn't donate to a challenge, but I'll remove their totals from one of the targets of the challenges. So some of the challenges are going to be a little bit lower for that. But we do want to try and fill those out. So if you guys can, please donate. We really appreciate it. And again, it's for the kids, it's for the hospital, and it's for the American Cancer Society. Let's try as a community, as the awesome community that the Skewers are. Let's see what we can do in order to stop cancer forever.
Yep, let's do it. All right. Finn, Miss Farquhar wants you to sing the song again.
She wants me to sing it again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Everyone else, I apologize, but it's Miss Farquhar.
Okay. How about we have a roster
here.
view and stuff?
No,
let's do it after the roster view.
No, sing it now, Finn. I just want to get the pain over with. Just do it.
Well, you know they're just going to request it again.
I don't care. I'm only giving this one exception. Either do it now or
See,
forever
you know
hold
what's
your
sad?
peace.
I'm singing this live, right? And freaking like Leia's mom gets like $50 at a time to replay it on a recorded thing. Meanwhile, I'm doing it live and I'm getting nothing. I'm just saying. But it's Missy Farquhar and it's Ouchie, so I will do it again. All right. Are you ready?
No.
I'm waiting for my phone to stop ringing because I forgot to close the door. It's throwing me off rhythm. Okay, Here we go. It's RSG and Pickles time, RSG and Pickles time, RSG and Pickles time. Where he at? Where he at? Where he at? Where he at? Now there he go. There he go. There he go. There he go. RSG and Pickles. RSG and Pickles. RSG and Pickles. RSG and Pickles. Do the RSG and Pickles. RSG and Pickles. RSG and Pickles with the baseball bat. RSG and Pickles. RSG and Pickles. RSG and Pickles with the baseball bat. There we go. And I have to end it off with this. There you go.
You're lucky, Miss Farquhar and Ouchie, that I love you guys, because typically I would not tolerate one, let alone two versions of that being sung into my ear. So, all right, let's get past the nonsense here. So, let's shout out everybody who's out there in TV Land, fan. Let's say hi to all the skewers out there. Got a lot of skewers going on. A lot of pickles have been whipped out, and potatoes and all kinds of things, Finn. Zucchinis, everything, dude. Revenators here. Deadpool Kyle, lots of pickles. Obi-Wan Jabroni with a lot of pickles. Mikhail.
Balançar also pickles.
That's right. Say it again in Portuguese, Finn.
Balançar also pickles.
That's right. We learned that this weekend.
Yeah, if you guys don't watch it, on Saturday night, so we do our Twitch stream for Saturday Night Fun, and we do Pictionary and stuff. We had a couple guys there that were Portuguese speaking, one of which is a regular, Vic. And what was his other name? Yui.
I can't pronounce it.
It was Yui. I know it was Yui.
You said Yui, yeah.
Yeah. So we had two people in our Twitch chat, Yui and Vic. And Yui didn't really speak a whole lot of English, but he spoke a little bit, and he was helping us learn some Portuguese.
We learned potato too. We
learned potato. It's batata. Batata. And then we also learned how to say "whip out your pickles" in Portuguese.
Say it again.
Balançar os pickles.
All right.
So now we know how to say it in Portuguese.
That's right. Speaking of pickles, Obi-Wan Jabroni and McHealth19 both whipped out their pickles. Yuta says, greetings, awesome people. Hope all is well for everyone. Thank you, Yuta. Gappy says, good day to the fellow skiers, one and all. Pickles, taters for Ouchie. Out, whip them out. Brieris Aegon says, hello. Hey, Brieris. Makwa says, hey. Zem420, what's going on? It says, sup, skewers. Hogzilla says, hey, everyone. Whipped out his pickle. Ouchie first comment, Finn, was, I guess I better get out of my bed. Well, I think you did a wise choice there, Ouchie, because not only did you get the pickles song, but everyone's whipping out their pickle for you. Let's see here. Skywalker Vader, our Canadian brother from another mother up north here up in Canada, says, hey, good afternoon, everyone. Black Mamba says, hello there. Dr. Feelgood, he's the one that makes you feel all right, says, good day, Skewered Nation. Where will you be on September 24th? Hopefully watching the kickoff charity stream. Absolutely. I really want to crush it for these kids, guys. So I'm going to need all your help. Spread the word. Spread it to everybody, man. I need it. We need as much participation and donations as we can get. So counting on you guys. So Matthew 1908 says, cheers to all the skewers out there. DPK says, question, how is everyone doing? And then he felt my pain. Yeah. Scorp 30 Ranger says, another great day at Fort Eustis. That's no such thing. Fort Eustis sucks. The DPK said, unsub for Finn singing. Morgan said, Ranger kick Finn in his chest. Unsubscribe. Deadpool calls him, make it stop. Obi-Wan Jabroni said, I wish I was deaf. Zombie 7469 Texas said, just wow. Black Mama says he's a doctor. Yikers.
That's how I came up with that song.
Silverbolt's here. He's just laughing his ass off. More laughing his ass from Silverbolt. Smoke 311's here. He says, did y'all remove the live rewind function? It came on late and want to rewind from the beginning. Oh, I see what he did. Okay, so never mind. He figured out later on. Spider, Finn singing is almost as good as his German accent. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I do all things equally.
Oh, Lordy. Who question
I didn't
mark
say good,
time,
I just said equally.
Yeah, who question mark time 3 says hi.
Hi.
Zombie says, hi, guys. Great to be here live with you good people. We're glad to have you here, Zombie. Let's see. Anybody else?
I'm surprised you didn't song that one.
Nah, Miss Farquhar's here. Lady Farquhar's here. She says, hi, all. Hello, Miss Farquhar. Who else we got in chat? Hogzilla is here. Doesn't understand why people hate Leia's mom's song. Okay. Scorp 30, we don't normally do that. Boy, he wants me to look at his... Okay, we don't usually do mini roster reviews on this one, but I'll see if I can
Yeah, Ranger will stream again later, probably. Are you going to do mini roster reviews later today?
I might do it today, because I'm not doing Battlefront, so I think I can do that.
Yeah, so we'll keep your...
After I work out, Finn, because I'm not doing
No, I know. No, I'm not setting a time. All I'm saying is let's grab his ally code, and we can save it for the beginning of that stream. I see it. Yeah. I'll put it in Finn stuff, so you can have it for later.
Just put the whole thing down so I know what he wants.
Yep.
I'll do that at the beginning.
Yeah, so we'll get yours in the mini roster review, Score.
Slap me, Dad said, what rhythm? Obi-Wan Jabroni says, kill me, please. Dr. Philgood just said, no, just no. Miss Farquhar liked it. She said, that was amazing. What else? 33 had popped in and said, I'm speechless. You just says, people are wondering why I'm dancing in the office. Finn, you'll get me fired.
It's a catchy song.
The fourth of Cocky Minito says, as a gold VIP member, can I request that Finn never do that again, please? Chico says morning. Nice Stippler's also here. He says hello. Slash for Drone said, I'd rather hear Ghost Fan on sing. Suicide Squad's here. He says good morning. Oh my God. Sky Titan's here. He says, hey guys. Oh my God. Chewie says, hey, skewers. And then, yes, the Scorp 30 says, thanks, guys. Yeah, we'll get you knocked out, brother. So, there you go. All right, that's all the skewers and stuff. Russ Taco, I'm late. I missed it. Do it again. Now. Full-on ride if we do it again.
I'll do it again, but after the roster review. We do need to do the roster review. And we need mod depression. So before we do questions...
let's depress ourselves. Jesus Christ.
Before we do questions...
I'm already depressed after that.
Yeah, let's depress Ranger
twice,
even
man.
more.
I mean... Good
It'll
Lord,
be 3 times
you guys are really bringing the pain on my ass today, let me tell you. So, oh, goodness, we get back into our thing. You see, I'm working on...
to find a pickle costume.
I'm getting 5s to 11 next, so we'll just go through 5s. So I'm going to slice the mods today, and let's do that. Deadpool Kyle, I'll be leaving again before seeing Finn sings again. Oh, Lordy. I don't blame you, DK. I truly don't blame you. All right, so I have
Ziglet, please know it's worse than my GAC.
Yeah.
Not that bad.
It's not that good either.
Just think of all the possibilities, because then if we put it as a Tiltify thing to raise money for the American Cancer Society, I have to find a pickle costume.
Well, yeah,
I'll do it in a pickle costume, and then you can meme me doing it around the world.
That's true. We can use that as a donation thing. Like if you donate $20 and 1 more cent, you can, instead of doing the pickle song, you can have you doing your dancing little thing. Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
We'll have the little graphic. It'll be me doing the pickles.
Yeah. The giant pickle costume. That's going to be interesting. All right, let's...
No, Hogzilla. I leave it at level 1. All my relics are going to Jedi Consular.
Oh my God. All right, here we go. We're going to slice a mod. It's now time for Mod Depression with Ranger J 1999. If you haven't seen this before, this is where I continually punish myself by trying to get better mods for my account and never succeeding. And so we're going to continue on. I've got a blue 9 here. I'm going to slice to see what happens. Now, Finn, you know as well as I do that this is going to turn out pretty bad. So
yes.
If you're not new, this is what's going to happen. So here we go. It hit offense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do one more.
Banana.
Let's try this again. All right, here we go. Na 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 na. Potency. Depression. You know, Finn, I'm beginning to think this is a goddamn conspiracy, dude.
It is not a
How many thousands of mods have I dicked around here with and not gotten anything?
Yeah, but that's the laws of probability.
Finn, this goes beyond probability. This is a damn conspiracy.
No, it's just probability.
So, yeah, that didn't go well.
Sky Titan. The quicker you push slice, the more likely you'll to roll speed.
Give it a little
Give it a
tappy
quick
tap.
love tap.
Give it a little tap, a little tappy tappy tap.
It's
It's
just
all
tap,
in the
tap,
hips.
tap, tap.
It's all in the hips.
Two hairs and some air. Just lightly tap it.
Yeah.
Tap some trees. Tap some shadows.
Little sienna blue.
Mm-hmm. No, it's dark sienna.
Was it yellow ochre?
There is, yes. There's yellow
Okay,
ochre. There's Indian yellow.
Sure.
There's cadmium yellow.
Sure.
Right. So if you go around the palette, it's titanium white,
Mhm.
then phthalo blue, then Prussian blue.
Didn't he used to call the white something else when he first started? It wasn't.
He had completely different colors at the beginning, but there's also liquid white, and liquid white, you have to say white. So liquid white is actually what you put on the canvas before you start painting in order to get it nice and slick so that the oils can stick.
Sure.
For those of you that don't know what we're talking about Bob Ross.
Yeah.
Who is like the greatest painter ever and the original ASMR dude.
Mm-hmm.
And he live streams on Twitch every weekend. So this
Hey,
is kind of
problematic, aka Cool J. He says, digging the new layout. Thank you, sir. He says, I'll pay $5 to see Ranger dance with his butt in front of the camera. To pay me a hell of a lot more than $5 so you can get the hell out of here. All right, let me flip it over. Let's do a roster review, Finn. Between your song and the mod I just rolled, I'm really feeling the depression.
Yes, Darth Hideous. Bob Ross is the greatest painter ever.
He is amazing. All right, let's go back here. There we go. All right, we've got our roster review today, Finn, and today we're doing SWGOH Black Mamba.
Your H-Town buddy is upset with you.
Why?
He said you totally missed his shout out earlier.
I didn't see it.
He's ignoring you. H-Town brother means nothing.
Oh, there it is. Sorry.
See?
Well,
yeah, just ignoring
shut up, Finn. He says, "What's up, people? Shout out to my shared mate Sky Titan watching the stream." Oh, I didn't see that. Well, Sky Titan, thank you for being here. I think I did shout out your name earlier. Sorry, sometimes when I'm doing all the names and stuff, I try to catch them, but it'll cycle through, and then I try to scroll back to where I was. It's not the easiest thing. Black Mamba says, "I'm here if you have any questions." Well, I'm sure you're going to have questions. And shout out to your guild. Oh my God. I can't even say this. Stroking our Wookiee. Yes, Chewie, that's what it says. You can't make that. Boy, oh boy. God. So, we'll just go with Sal Black Mambas here. Yeah, that just happened. Oh my God. All right, let's see what Black Mambo needs us to look at, Finn. He says, I'd love for you guys to review my roster and let me know which are the best 12 teams to use for GAC. Division 3, so 6 for offense, 6 for defense. Check out my modded on the main teams, what relics I should shoot for, which status do you think next, and then lastly, we'll show Gear 13 next. All right, we can do that. So you're 3.4 million GP. I love the fact that you've got your He's got his arena team in order here, Finn. They're all relicked already. I can't see the relic level.
If you go to his character screen, it's kind of
well,
blended.
yeah, I'll do it there. But I'm just saying, just for a real quick glance, doing great in Fleet and Arena, so no problems there. So let's kind of look at this, go through team by team. Jesus Christ, good Lord, he has more relics than me, Finn, and I have like a million.
Slot Meathead, we are never mature. Let it be known, we have never been mature. Well, I've never been mature. I don't know about Ranger. I've never been mature.
I didn't. It's not. I didn't come up with the guild name. God, sounds like a dying elephant. Finn, what the hell was that?
Have you stroked a Wookiee before? Have you heard what they say? Embrace the Wookiee.
That's not the Wookiee.
All I gotta say.
Oh no. You just can't do impersonations. It's so bad. Oh my god. Oh.
Such is the way when you start stroking a
sure. God. Boy, oh boy. I'm sorry, Black Mamba. Oh, Jesus. Okay, let me just wipe the tears from my eyes. Oh, God, that was funny. Like, you hear that, Finn? It sounds like a Wookiee's...
Who's stroking the Wookiee back there?
What about the attack on the Wookiees?
Silverbolt, it sounded like a hand puppet Wookiee. Just saying.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm trying to get it together. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh Lord. Woo. Yeah, that's what you can expect here in RSG. God.
Stroking Wookiees and making noises.
Oh my god. I do want to go home and rethink my life. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh my god, Finn, you monologue. Okay. Breathe in, breathe out. Jesus. Godzilla RSG really strange groans. Oh. The roster review, Finn, why don't you tell the people about it?
All right. So we are doing the review for Black Mamba from Stroking Our Wookiee. And he is looking for just kind of an overall thing for all of his characters.
Just go. Start looking.
So when we look at the characters, you've done a really good job, Black Mamba.
Oh, God.
It's a very focused roster. The top of your roster is very colorful. Lots of red, lots of blue. And so you've taken a lot of characters to Gear 13. And focus very much on individual squads as well. As I'm looking at the ones that you took, they're important characters that have a purpose and they're on specific teams.
Let's focus on GAC teams. Where do you want to go first?
So just looking at the top, right, you've done your Galactic Republic, because I see your Padme there. You have your Sith Empire, of course, because that's your arena team. You have your Jedi Knight Revan team, and I see Jedi Knight Revan and Grandmaster Yoda are complete. You have your Grievous team. and you already have your Malik and Grievous to Relic 7, as well as your Sith Marauder. So that's quite impressive. So for
there's even more down the line as you look, man. This is
I know there's other. He has his Night Sisters as well at Gear 13.
Yeah, let's start going through these teams because he wants GC teams, right?
Yeah.
So, first thing is great job with Django. He's Gear 13 with the Zeta. He's got his first relic. That's fine. However, you do not have the Zetas on Bosk. This is a priority to make your bounty hunter team work. The speed on Bosk is fine. It's 286. But to really be effective with that team with the speed, you got to have the Zetas on Bosk, right? And it'll help you out in fleet as well because your Houndtooth just gets stupider, right? Now, I took my Bosk Gear 13 with the relic.
What's the speed on his Bosk?
286. 286. Okay. So he gets.
So you're running Django lead, which means you just right now need the unique on Bosk. You don't even need the second one, right? Because he's not going to need the lead.
You just want the one with the taunt, just so that you can't remove the taunt. So he'll taunt first, and then it makes it damn near impossible. And this is a good defensive team that you can use. There's a little bit of stuff there, but that'd be a suggestion. First off, clone troopers. Let's look at them. They're starting to come around. He does have them gear 12, except for Cody, who is 70 gear 9, 7-star. So eventually, you'll need the Zetas on these guys. This is a team you can use for offense. I prefer them on offense. Finn, for the troopers, do you like them on offense or defense or combination of both or what?
So I have been using that team on defense, the Rex, 5s, Echo, R2, and Barris team. And it's done actually pretty well so far.
Yeah, so that's something you can think about. But you do need the Zetas on them. Again, I'd still do Bosk unique first and then maybe work on them, but we still have a way to go through your roster. Just giving you some ideas, right? And you can use this team on defense like Finn suggested, or you can keep for offense. They're really good. So there's an offensive team for you. Your First Order, I'll cover your Empire when we get to that. First Order's fine. This is a team. Now, we only have the one Zeta on Kylo Ren unmasked. We don't have it on... We don't even have a Stormtrooper. Based off this, you can use this team on defense, but I would put this in the back line. We're missing Stormtrooper, so makes it a little bit easier to beat. Unfortunately, let's check the speed on your Kylo and your First Order officer. Kylo's 231, so 261. Hopefully your officer's faster.
He also is a single Zeta crew.
275.
Single Zeta crew, right?
Yeah.
So you need the other one on crew, really.
At least, so think about that, but until that team gets rounded out, let's put it in the back line as defense. Don't put this on the front line. I could trooper this.
I'm wondering so Black Mamba, since you're in the chat, just a question for you. Do you have First Order Stormtrooper and you just haven't leveled him? Because right now it seems like your First Order is just going to be an offensive team.
Yeah.
Like an anti-Karth or something, because you don't have Stormtrooper. So
yeah, you could use this for offense if you wanted to, but I mean... boy, oh boy.
I would for sure use this as offense because defensively it's too easy.
True.
Without Stormtrooper there as the additional taunt trying to protect your executioner, I would not put this team on defense. So this is a good team, but
he can, but only as a back line. That's why I'm saying back line. Yeah. You do not put this at the front line. If you just need a team for offense and defense, right?
Yeah,
if you want
to I would put it as offense.
Yeah, if you want to keep it as offense, it's fine. But if you are going to use it for defense, back line until you get Stormtrooper with the Zeta and the other Zeta on crew at least.
Okay, he says he has First Order Stormtrooper, just not activated, but he could be 6 stars. Yeah, 6 stars won't be enough. He's a tank.
He's
I want him 7. Yeah. 7 Zeta, all that. So you can wait on that.
All right. Galactic Republic, this team's stupid. God, he's got their Gear 13 and Relic on Padme and Jedi Anakin. So that's really, 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 really good. This team you can use for offense and defense. I mean, it's one of those teams you can use for both, right? Sometimes I put mine down on defense. Sometimes I keep them for offense. The team on offense can clear anything. It really can. It can run into trouble with, like, say, Darth Revan. But for the most part, this team, for any other team out there, will just destroy it. It doesn't really matter. It has a little problem with Grievous, but if you know what you're doing, you can do well with it. It's just a really well team, and it's a pain in the ass on defense, too. So, again, one of those other teams you can use for offense or defense. It's up to you what you want to do. And it depends, like, when you scout out your opponent, what they have. Um, we were talking about clone troopers on that team. Let's look at your Imperial troopers.
Sorry, really quick on the Galactic Republic team. If you're looking for another character to work on in terms of relics and stuff, the best two types of characters are attackers and tanks, right? Kenobi is potentially a really good one.
Oh yeah,
between
mine's
Gear
relic.
13, yeah, between 13 and Relic 7, he gains about 20,000 health. He gains like 6 protection, but he also gains about 12% armor because of his class. So Kenobi becomes really difficult to kill. So if you're looking for someone potentially to kind of like solidify a team even more than what they currently are, Kenobi, really good choice, and you have a lot of the other team already set, so it makes it easier for you to get the like make that team very difficult to beat.
Yeah, you could go a lot of different routes with your GR. You've got Shock T at Gear 12. She doesn't have her Zeta, so can't really be effective with her yet. But once you get this team round out with the Zetas and stuff, it's going to give you a lot of flexibility for these two teams for offense and defense. So, all right. Let's see here. Imperial Troopers, we're not even close to being done. We'll eventually work on those. Your Jedi, I know, are pretty stupid. I like Jedi Knight Revan on offense purely, Finn. I mean, if you're in a position to where you can put on defense because they don't have it and still be countered by other stuff, but this team's super badass on offense. Can take out Grievous, can take out Darth Revan, can take out a lot of stuff. This team is really, really, really good.
The other part too, right, is that I don't want to say it has to, but when you run the Galactic Republic team, Kenobi ends up going on the Padme team, so you put in Hermit Yoda, right, on the Jedi Knight Revan team. The Jedi Knight Revan team doesn't hold up quite as well with Hermit Yoda versus General Kenobi. Yeah. And so it's a really good team, both on defense and offense, but because you're using Hermit Yoda instead of Kenobi on this team, it kind of defaults it more to offense because it makes it so you can control things better. Without a tank or anything, you kind of leave yourself a little bit open on the Darth Revan team, or not Darth Revan, Jedi Knight Revan team. Without Kenobi. So yes, I would agree, especially with his situation, with where he is with Galactic Republic. Kenobi is definitely on the Padme team. Hermit Yoda is on this team, and this team ends up being an offensive team.
Yeah, if you guys have seen me use Bastily, not even Jedi Knight Revan team to kill Grievous. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, Gear 13 Relic is like, that's cute. So, yeah. So it's Jedi. Rebels are offense. And yours are sick, nasty good. So there you go. Really nothing there. You need to get number crunch on R2. So 2 Zetas, you just asked in chat. I think the unique on Bosk and number crunch on R2D2 is 2 Zetas I would do immediately. I don't know how you feel about those two, Finn. I mean, so far those are 2 that are top of my list that I've noticed with Zetas that he's missing.
Number crunch for sure, yeah.
You know,
yep, I agree.
I think Bosk unique will make his bounty hunter team really that much stupider to beat.
I agree with that one.
All right, Resistance. Not ready. Just move along. Scoundrels, what we got for Scoundrels? All right, we got a Ness. She's relict.
So really quick on that, are you working towards Jedi Training Ray, Black Mamba? Looking at your Scoundrels.
Veteran Han, Veteran Chewie are not even close.
Yeah, they're not there. So I'm wondering if he just hasn't, because it looks like he's holding back some stars and stuff in order to prevent GP gain, which I'm fine with. I'm just wondering if you're working towards Veteran Han and Veteran Chewie at all to get Jedi Training Ray, or right now it's just kind of on the back burner because that team is kind of not very useful, and also Grievous is pulling BB-8 away from Jedi Training Ray, so the usefulness of Resistance has gotten quite low recently.
I mean, you don't have to go with. I mean, if you don't have a Darth Revan team, you can use the the nuke team. But I still keep BB-8 with JTR.
Yeah, but the nuke team is starting to become super dominant.
It is not really. I mean, I face it all the time in my arena. It just,
well, it's more for offense. I mean, it's
on offense, it's great. On defense,
it's going to be like the easiest Darth Revan Relic 7 killer.
Yeah, I mean, it just. Even at Relic 7, the guys.
So that's what it's going to be. Yeah. It's going to be Grievous at Relic 7 taking out whatever Relic 7s you have on defense with Darth Revan. Like that's going to be the most solid counter against it. But so he said he was farming the veterans until relics came out, and now he's wondering what he should do. Focus on relics.
Well, I mean, he's got a
I'm
lot
with
of
relics.
characters that are relicked. I mean,
His roster is so focused right now. I would just continue focus. I don't find Jedi Training Rey to be a game changing character.
not anymore, but she's still really good on offense.
I never. Well,
Phase
if you
one of the
remember,
Sith
I never
Ray.
thought she was beginning.
So the other thing I'm noticing with your scoundrels, Ness, you can either put on your bounty hunter team, you can put her with the, if you want to put her on defense, you can put her with the Kira Stall team. Now you don't have the Zaydan Zalbar, but he is gear 12. You have Kira 12, Zalbar 12, L3 12. If you want to put Ness on defense, you can. I'd probably keep her for offense for the team. She can one shot clear a lot of stuff, especially at Relic 2. So you could go with like another team with Kira, Zalbar, L3. I'm trying to see what else you have here for the scoundrels. Ooh.
The only thing
Stormtrooper
with
Han, you could probably put on that team.
Yeah.
I mean, it's another team for you can use for defense, but you are missing the Zaydan Zalbar. You kind of need that one. I'm sorry, I'm looking for Vander Chewie, not Zalbar. I need to look at the Old Republic.
And really quick, I was going to mention this, and the chat is mentioning it too.
Yeah,
I don't think Jedi Training Rey is worth it right now, but Episode 9 is coming.
That's a good point.
So there is a possibility that we're going to see Jedi Training Rey being needed for whatever the next iteration of her character is. She could be the first kind of double legendary character, or whatever you want to call it, double journeyed character, where we take Jedi Training Rey into whatever the next phase is. Similarly, you might see something with the Kylo side, so making sure you have the First Order completed is a good idea. In particular, your Phasma. I think your Phasma wasn't geared. I know that. I can't remember what her stars were. Let me check really quick again. No, your Phasma's 7-star. Okay, so you're good. So if you need to gear her, you're there. So, yeah, don't forget about the possibility of Episode 9. But I don't think she's not useful right now. So if you want to focus on the relics, I'm okay with that because it keeps your roster focused. But just try to think about where you want to be at the time that Episode 9 comes out, and whether or not you're okay. If there is something that requires Jedi Training Rey, which is quite possible right now, are you okay with kind of just leaving it and focusing on what you currently have? Relics seem to have changed the game. The abilities of characters seem to matter less, as their stats and everything seem to matter more. And so it's going to be crazy power creep if you're Relic 7 Malik, your Revan Select Marauder, and your Relic 7, I think, was your Grievous also 7? I can't remember if your Grievous was, but if you're working on Grievous, that would be the other one, right? And if those are Relic 7, your Grievous is 7. Grievous, Malik, and Marauder are all 7. So if you're not able to handle whatever comes out of Episode 9 with those, I would kind of be surprised with the way that everything is. So you're probably okay with it, but just kind of keep that in your mind too, just depending on what you would want to potentially deal with that.
All right, looking at the Old Republic now. He does work on the Kira team, so that's good. So they're gear 12. Problem is they don't have any Zetas. So, I mean, you can put this team on defense, but not having the Zeta on Karth, I mean, it's just the team to put. It's 12. It's still going to do some stuff, but it's eventually you'll need to do Karth missions. Zalbar on that. But it's still the two Zetas that I've still seen. I'm still recommending is the Unique on Bosk and Number Crunch. But yeah, so I am starting to see a lot of your characters are 12, but we're missing some Zetas. But the Zeta Crunch is real, so it's not. It's we understand. All right, Separatist. You can.
I might change my mind a little on that.
His Separatists are stupid good. I mean, stupid good, Finn. They're all gear 12. Grievous is Relic 7. Oh, my Lord in heaven. You can use these for offense or defense, brother. That's two teams there with the Geonosians, and you can come up with whatever you like with the Grievous team. Have fun. They're relics, and God help the person that has to face you at that level. For me, I could handle it, but I can't even imagine someone at 3.4 million Division 3 facing something like this. Good Lord. So you've got.
He said he hasn't lost a GA since they came out.
I don't see why not. I mean, Jesus.
This is like one of the most focused at the top roster.
Yeah, this is pretty hardcore. But these two you can use on offense or defense. So that gives you two teams there. Night Sisters. They're stupid. Gear 13 Relic. God damn. You can use these on defense. Someone's going to have a stroke when they face this team. So, yeah, there's another team for you. Good God.
defense this and someone they're
Their
gonna have a hard
defense,
time
yeah,
beating
they're
it.
going to have a hell of a time. Your Sith are stupid. We were talked about your Sith Empire team. You can just put Darth Revan down and Grievous down. Keep the rest for offense at your level, and just they're not getting past your first two zones. This is silliness. Your Sith, you've got the Treya team. You can 3-man kill Night Sisters. I always go with Darth Maul just because they'll be days, but it's still undermanned. You can underman anything with these guys. It's stupid. You've got your Sith Empire team. But they're for offense mainly. You can use Darth Revan for defense or offense. I mean, that's why you win every GAC, because you can just put Darth Revan down with the way they're at and be like, give them the bird. I mean, a Relic 7 Marauder. Ouch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. Woo! A lot of good stuff here, Finn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So those are all the teams you can use. I mean, honestly, brother, looking at it, there's some teams you can use that need to be rounded out. Some characters like, for sort of Stormtrooper, there are some Zetas. I still think, after looking through all this, Finn, I still think Zeta on Boss Unique and R2 first, and then it's really up to you at that point. Do you want to round out First Order? Do you want to round out the clones? Do you run whatever you want to round out with Zetas? It's not a gear thing. It's more about, picking which ones you want to round out with the Zetas. I think R2 number crunch is going to be huge for you, and I think, especially on a Rebel team or something along those lines, and I think having Boss Unique, that's going to make your bounty hunters on defense stupid, man. Really. Please check my speeds if they're okay. We can look at your speeds. I mean, I've checked some of your speeds, but they've been great. I mean, Revan's 324. That's perfectly fine. Bastila is.
I'm with you on the first Zeta. I think the Zeta on Bosk is his first Zeta. I'm a little torn on his second.
Well, if you have a suggestion, go for it, Finn.
So I'm a little torn between R2, Karth, and Mission. Because that team is already geared up, and it's just a couple Zetas away from being completed.
Which team are we talking about?
The Old Republic. Karth, Canderous, Juhani.
Do you think Karth
Mission.
would be the better one?
Karth or Mission?
I'd rather.
If you're
going to say that, I think Karth. I think
Karth would be first, and then if you're committed to that team, I would do Karth and then Mission. Not as your first two. First one is Bosk. Bosk Unique, I think, is one you have to do. It basically rounds out your bounty hunter team, and then you're pretty much done with bounty hunters. So Bosk Unique would be the first. I think my second one would either be Karth or the other one would just be holding it.
I mean, you can. Some people in chat saying you should be holding Zetas right now. And in your position, Black Mamba, you could hold your Zetas. Mm-hmm. There's nothing pressing for you. You're kicking ass in GAC.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing great in Fleet and Arena. You could hoard and see what comes out and transpires. So these are suggestions for things if you want to move on after we get some more information, because we're still waiting to see if there's a legendary coming or what CG's got in their back pocket that they're going to whip out and surprise us with, right? So it's up to you. If you are going to move forward with the Zetas, you can do Karth, and I think Boss Unique would be really good for you. If you're going to hoard them, hoard them. I'm hoarding my Zetas right now. I've got 3 in the bank, working on 4. Because I'm just waiting to see. I could easily put those all on my my clones, right? Or go for Shock T. I'm not. I'm waiting. I'm just farming, getting them geared, and seeing what's going to transpire. So you have that too. Shock T Unique, again, see the same thing. Like,
so if you're putting her on a clone team, remember that it's going to be more than just the one Zeta that makes that team, right? Yeah. Which is why we're saying hold it. Because most of the teams, when you're trying to construct it, and I'm sure you know this because you've built all your teams so far, they're going to be, in order to be really effective, they're going to be 3 to 5 Zeta teams, usually. Some are even more, but in general, they're going to be about 3 to 5 Zetas. So if you put the Zeta on Shock T, that means you're keeping Shock T for your clone troopers and not necessarily on your Galactic Republic Padme team, which, I mean, that's fine. Just depends on where you're putting her, right? So if you're now putting it in a clone trooper team, you're going to also want to have the Zeta, the tactical Zeta on 5s. You're also going to want to have Rex's Zeta, right? And potentially you're going to want to have the other ones on Echo and Fives as well. And so the question isn't necessarily is it a good Zeta. The Shock T Zeta is definitely a good
these are
Zeta,
all good Zetas.
but
The one
it's
on
a question of
Boss,
how
the one
much
on Karth. Yeah, it just yeah.
how much you want to invest in that
Actually,
team.
let's just wait.
I think Bosk and then wait.
You know, and if you don't want to do Bosk either, but I think Bosk for your bounty hunter team for defense just makes him, it's too good.
His bounty hunters are too far along, I think, for him not to do it, because he really is just one Zeta away from that team being set.
And I'm fine with that, and just hoard the rest for now. But yeah, hold off on GR, hold off on Shock T. You don't really need to do it. You're kicking ass in GAC. Let's hoard a little bit and see what we come up with, and then we can move on from there, because you know Zetas, you can't well for Zetas. You cannot well for Zetas, man. So you just have to be able to get them when they come. So, and you're doing so well in GAC that you've got a little bit more Zetas coming in. So, you know, you'll have more coming in for this next round too. You know, plus the 6 you get every week. You know, so
so Black Mamba, what can happen in a couple of weeks, right? And so this is why we're saying save it. We know that they're shifting towards clone troopers a little bit, right? Because of Lightside GOTV that's coming out. They already did the rework for Rex 5s and Echo. It is possible that in the next couple weeks, we're going to get information about Lightside GOTV and the release of another character for clone troopers that's going to change the way that we define the 501st team. And so you may need to go back and then put the Zeta on 5s, on Rex, and maybe even 2 or 3 Zetas on whatever this new character is in order to get a clone trooper team together, right? Versus now, if you put it on Shock T too early, and now she falls out of favor of that 501st team or that clone trooper team, then now you put a Zeta on a character and she doesn't really have a place, because the Zeta is so specific with either Shock T or clone troopers that when you put the Zeta, you can't move her back to like the Padme team, right? That Zeta, I mean, you can, but that Zeta becomes completely worthless. So that's why we're saying like just hold on to it for now, because your roster is definitely fine where it is. You're not going to have really much, if any, competition in GA, because you're going to be able to dominate that. I think for you, the better play is to try and see what's coming up next and saving the Zeta so you can build that next team, unless there is a team that you are just sold on right now, which is that the Old Republic team. If you are sold on the clone trooper team and you don't think it's going to change any, right, then you'd be making that gamble of an investment on Shock T, and you can go ahead with that one. But I think overall the safer play right now, the Zeta on Boss, because your bounty hunters are pretty much ready, right? And then just save the rest, because you have a lot of different directions you can go. And by the time you save up 5, which is enough to basically get a team fully functional to dominate in GAC, you'll have an idea about what they're releasing in the game, how your clone troopers and everything can adapt. If you're going to still move ahead with clone troopers, they could introduce a whole different faction altogether. I mean, if they really wanted to. They're probably not, but I mean, they could introduce a whole Gungan faction all of a sudden. So,
God, I hope not.
I hope not too, but there's a possibility they introduce those kind of things, right? So that's why we're saying saving, because impact of 1 Zeta on your team is really only going to be seen on bounty hunters. Potentially first order with crew, but you don't have the rest of the team, and if it's offensive, it's not as important. So really, Bosk is the only one that's going to give you that immediate impact with Zetas. Other than that, try to save up about 4 to 5 at a time before you spend, and then you can finish off an entire team, unless they are like 1 Zeta teams. And there's a few of those, but not as many.
All right, and I've gone through your team, and I've just been looking here. Black Mamba, your modding's fantastic. We're gonna go look at your mods real quick, and we should be done with this. Your mods are fantastic, man. You're doing a great job. Every character I've checked, it's on point, man. So your modding's fantastic. Let's look at this mods, Finn, real quick, just to look and be jelly. Yeah, I'm jelly.
Yeah, I'm looking at them right now.
Oh my lord.
Yep, they're well focused.
Well, nothing to say here.
Let me check here really quick.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 20 plus speed mod sets. 8. God, 2 at 19. 3 at 19. Yeah.
check something else here.
It's really, 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 really good.
Yeah, no, you've done a good job with
Fantastic
your.
job. They're on the right characters. I mean, I
Yep.
got keep doing what you're
No,
doing, man.
I'm looking at your offense and I'm looking at your speed. And for your offense, I mean, you have a few that maybe. No, I mean overall they're all on the right characters and how you would
They're
want them. I'm not sure
good.
which teams you're like specifically focusing on. You can get some potential increase from some other characters, right? You have uh, trying to think who you can
I mean, you
potentially
still
put it
need to
on.
keep farming speed sets. I mean, there are certain key characters and teams that you
Mm-hmm.
haven't fully developed yet that will need speed, right? Not the whole team, but just certain characters. Like once you get your trooper team going, Stark's going to need a really good speed set. Not overly blown, like what you have. But, Stark is one. You just go down the line. There's just certain characters that need that speed. So keep farming speed mods and keep doing what you're doing, man. You've better luck than me.
Yeah. I mean, you have one mod that I can see in particular that you don't have a lot of, and I would say, I mean, you want to try and start farming them a little bit, but it's difficult, because it's not a set per se. It is crit damage primary triangles with offense secondaries.
Yeah.
Um, those are going to become more and more useful as you have more characters that get turn meter or bonus turns, right, without it. So those kind of mods can help a character like Jedi Knight Anakin right now, right? If you work on the Old Republic team, a better crit damage primary offense, flat offense secondary, even if it has a percentage offense secondary, um, is going to be good on a mission, on a Chewie, on a Han, and you have it on Han already. I see that, and you have it on like Asajj, which is good. But that's where you're lacking because I'm looking at crit damage primary with offense secondary for your triangles, and you only have 5 of them. So I would say start to look at, and it's hard, but those are the ones that you want to try and get. Offense set would be the best one to do it if you're having damage focus. So you want offense set with crit damage primaries. There are very few characters now that benefit from crit damage set. And those are going to be the ones with, I think after relics, it's somewhere in the neighborhood of like above 95%, but even that is pushing it. So pretty much offense sets are better than crit damage sets now. So you're looking for offense set with crit damage primary on a triangle with flat offense and potentially percentage offense secondary.
All right.
I think those are maybe the very niche mods that you want to look at next, which can start to make your damage dealing attackers do even more damage.
I agree. All right, so that is Black Mamba. That is your roster review. If you have any questions, my friend, you can just message us directly in our Discord. Finn, how does someone get a roster review from RSG during the lunch stream?
So head on to the RSG Discord, message me, Finity, saying that you would like a roster review. And based on that, I will send you a message. Make sure you send your GG page. I will send you a message that's saying you are in the queue. And that means that you are in the queue. If I don't send you that message, that means I may have missed your message. So message me again in 24 hours. Ask me if you've been added to the queue. And then I will double check and make sure that you are added. As your roster review gets closer, I will message you saying that your roster review is coming up. And we will schedule a specific date during the lunch stream that we will go through your roster review. And we will do all that. So there you go.
All right. And Finn, we also do. What if they become a Patreon? Do you get anything special for that?
Indeed. So green patrons and higher get into the accelerated line, which is kind of like the fast pass for roster reviews. So if you are a green patron or higher, when you message me, please let me know that you are a green patron or higher. We'll verify and then go ahead and get you all squared away with a specific date.
There you go. And then last but not least, we do mini roster reviews. I'll do some tonight. I'm not playing Battlefront because that game is still broke. You gotta fix that game, man. It is so broken. I tried again to play it recently, and I was like, this is so stupid. So I'll do mini roster reviews tonight for you guys, leading up to Operation Metaverse. So yes, yes, yes. But if you need help with your mods, I offer my services. Ranger J, $19.99 modding services. I charge $15 for every 500k GP, or $30 for million GP, $30 for million GP. And if you want to hang out with me, which a lot of people enjoy, $20 more. You just hang out with me on Zoom. I explain what I'm doing. We go through your teams, we get everything remodded. I go through your mods, get them squared away. So there you go. So if you'd like my service, please hook me up in the Discord. Ranger J, $19.99. There we go. Uh, all right. It's question time, Finn. Do I need to be? I've got questions ready. Do I need to read those?
Yes, please.
You son of a.
Sorry, it's 1 o'clock. I can still be here, but I have work now that I'm responding to emails.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me just stupid.
Oh, so he asks a question. If Bosk has his unique Zeta and gets fractured, does his taunt stay? No, his taunt does go away. The only character that I know of that still gets taunt back is Old Ben with the Zeta.
But it's still.
But if you're forcing them to use a Thrawn on your bounty hunters, I consider that a win.
That's a big one. Remember, GAC is about forcing them to use teams that they don't want to use. So, all right. So let's see here. DPK question: how is everyone doing? We're doing great. Hogzilla question regarding ships: don't you think they should display the ship pilot's gear level and level on the screen when you are selecting an opponent to battle? I mean, they can. What do you think about that, Finn?
Yeah, I suppose they can.
I mean, I guess it could help, but I guess you can just tell by their GP and stuff. But yeah, I guess it would be a nice thing. All right, Fourth Akagi question: if you guys are going to lift the spirits of children, then why is Ranger going to go wearing a wannabe Kylo costume? I'm just ignoring you now. What else? 73 question for a Newt lead, Dooku, Asajj, Zombie, Docket team on defense. What teams could take it down, and what's the kill order there? Thanks for doing what you do for the kids. I've taken that team down with Atreya. I mean, I just treat it like it's a nice sister team and wreck it. A lot of teams can wreck that team. It's still a pain in the ass, but it's not one of those teams where you're like, oh no, what am I going to do? But yeah, it's just, I mean, your high level teams will beat it, and a Atreya team can easily take that out. Question from DPK: I've seen most of the Char chat say a middle finger to spin it again. I've seen some of the most competitive people lead the game. The collectors seem to be in the best place. How do you feel?
Free to play competitors are the ones that have it hardest.
Yes.
And I mentioned this before, so I'm gonna it's not all negative with relics, and I'm gonna try and explain.
There's positives and negatives.
If you look at the stats of all of the characters when they get to relic 7, the stats of the characters do even out a lot. You see a lot of diversity, you see a lot of grouping, and the OP-ness of stats seems to go away a bit once you get all the relics to 7 on all the characters. So it does do a good balance at the end. The problem isn't the end, it's the means by which we get to the end, right? And it's the fact that relic 7 is a lot of investment. And so because it is a lot of investment, it becomes difficult for people in the short term to really appreciate what's going on, because you feel like you're getting behind, and these characters that are powerful are getting more powerful, while your characters that you need to counter are not increasing at the same rate because you just don't have the money invested in it like somebody else does in order to get it to 7, or their resources in order to get it to 7. And so the issue with a lot of competitive players is that short term, it's going to hurt. Long term, it'll balance out. But because it's hurting in the short term, it doesn't feel as fun, and so it's becoming difficult for them to really enjoy the game. And I can understand that. For the collectors, for the players that are playing just for fun and just being not necessarily casual about it, but less super serious about it, it's not impacting you as much because those players aren't necessarily concerned about getting rank 1 in Arena. They're fine with top 20 or top 50 or even top 100, right? When you're in that kind of mentality, your perception of what is going on with relics changes a bit, right? So you can increase your relics at some rate, and that still keeps you in the top 50 and the top 100. It might hurt you a little bit in the top 20, and definitely as you get higher, especially into the top 10. But below, you're still able to kind of compete. And so I think that's where the differentiation comes with. It's what the expectations are of people in the game. And I mentioned this before personally. Like, I used to be very competitive. Like, getting rank 1 in arena was the biggest thing for me. I had my rotation with my shard, and it's not necessarily rank 1, but rotating with my shard, whatever it was. But coordinating with my shard and getting in the top of arena, I was always on at 6 p.m., even though it was dinner time, and getting my arena in and all this kind of stuff, right? And then I realized it was just too much effort to be this competitive. And then you got Malik in here. And Malik was basically the power creep incarnate. And he became very if you didn't get him the first time, competing in arena altogether was very difficult. So the game kind of made the decision for me, and I became just like a top 50 player. And I can tell you honestly, I'm having more fun in the game now because I'm just playing for fun. And I mentioned it to you guys before. My first Relic 7 is going to be Jedi Consular. He's already Relic 2, and I'm working on him slowly to get to Relic 3. I need to finish Ebon Hawk first, but then I'm going to work on Jedi Consular because I play for fun in this game. And I play for my guild with TB and all this stuff, and all my inflating of GP actually helps me with TB. So hooray. And TW is what it is. TW is TW. So you have the team, you work as a guild, and that's pretty much it. So for where I am focusing, the relics are not really a huge impact. I still don't particularly like them. I think it was too early. That's being me trying to be objective about where the situation is the game in. Subjectively, no, it doesn't necessarily bother me all that much. And I think different people are coming at it from different angles. So it's not to diminish the fact that people are competitive and are upset by this. I 100% agree and understand. But I think quitting is maybe a knee-jerk reaction because it's hard to see what the end goal is of the mods when the short term is kind of it almost seems broken right now with everything because nothing was scaled to this level of power creep and stat increases that everything just seems ridiculous. So to your question, there are a lot of people quitting, but I think it's just because it's the people that were the most competitive, especially free-to-play competitive, that are getting kind of shafted by all of this because they are going to start falling behind, unfortunately, in arena. So it's the nature of the game. It's the nature of the fact that they're rewarding pay-to-play over free-to-play. And that's been happening now, more so over the last year than anything else. And I think it'll start to balance out later on. But getting through that point is always going to be a little bit difficult.
That's right. All right. We already got score 30 squared away. Revenue, can we get Grande to sing the RSG and Pickles rap as well? Or at least dance to it? God, no. Zombie question. I'm free to play with relics hitting the game. I'm planning to just not put anything into them. If I don't, will I be able to still compete in GAC? I'm about to hit 4 million and I'm in Division 2. Depends on how the matchmaking works. Because if you're not facing people without relics either, then you'll be good. If you are, then, again, it comes down to how they're going to do the matchmaking. You agree with that, Finn?
Yeah, I agree.
All right, Nathaniel Morgan, a question. Are crit damage sets obsolete at higher relic levels? Yes. Darth Hideous, really? Is the game dead yet? All right, moving on. Deadpool Kyle, question. Has Hideous quit the game yet? I have no idea.
No, he hasn't. He's in my guild. He's done.
Chewy question. Ranger, do you even lift, bro?
Next question.
Really? Chewy question. Do you think the devs are going to have any comments about relics this month, or is it going to be radio silence until light side GOTB?
I don't think they're going to comment on relics.
No. Portugal question. Is it better to get more characters to Gear 12 or those that are Gear 12 already to 13? I'm just updating from the earlier Gear 11 versus Gear 12 decisions. I think it's Gear 12, man.
Depends where you are.
Yeah, it depends on where you are, too. That's a great point. I mean...
So 12 to 13 increases your GP by about 7,000 per character, 7,000 to 8,000. So there is a significant GP increase on your characters. If you're focusing on the GAC aspect of it, your best bet is to not take up a whole team to Gear 13, but individual impacting characters to Gear 13. So, for example, Darth Revan team, you really don't need Darth Revan. You really don't need Fallen Bastila. It's all about getting Malak to 7. The typical characters are going to be attackers and they're going to be tanks. So for the Darth Revan team, it's going to largely be Malak. For the Jedi Knight Revan team, it's largely going to be Grandmaster Yoda. For the CLS team, it's going to be Han. You can do Han and Chewie because of the Millennium Falcon. For the Grievous team, it's obviously Grievous with a bunch of other droids that you can leave there. Yeah. So it's going to be, especially for free-to-play, selective Gear 13s and then Gear 12ing everyone else in order to optimize. That way you don't overinflate your GP by taking characters to Gear 13 because some of them are Gear 13 and then increasing their relics, because the increase in relics in a way can add fluff GP if they are not on good characters. So just be careful.
Dr. Gonzo with some bits donated. Thank you for that, Dr. Gonzo.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Dragonzo Wallbanger.
Yeah, Dragon Z Wallbanger. Revenator question. Now that Finn has demonstrated what it sounds like to stroke a Wookiee, how about stroking a Porg Ewok? No.
That's silly.
Oh, Lord. And our Wilson question. Next Zeta, crew lead, Padme lead, or Vandor Chewie? All 3 teams are in similar gear and star levels.
What were the options again?
Crew lead, Padme lead, or Vandor Chewie?
Padme. Because I think Padme is the only one that looks like right now she's going to have an impact, especially when Lightside GOTB comes out. I like crew. I like Vandor Chewie. But those are characters of the past. Yeah, Revenator, exactly. Like Jedi Consular. That's what I do for fun, though. So do as I say, not as I do. I'm doing this for fun. You guys know I'm not... I don't necessarily care about winning or losing in GAC. I just have fun with it, and I've still gone about 2-1 in pretty much every single GAC. So it's just for fun for me. I like playing around with other characters. So Jedi Consular is going to be my fun character, but I would not recommend him for anybody else to do because that would be entirely fluff GP.
All right. Particle question. What is the best way to beat the GG new team on defense, and what Zetas are mandatory for that team to work offense or defense? That's the lead, Jedi Knight Revan, man. I've shown it on time and time again, GAC, that it just, they can't do, you can't land debuffs, you can't, they've got all that 200% health and protection bonus.
Gives you enough time to wait until
you
Revan
just let him
get
do
his
the
mark
thing.
on Grievous.
Mark B2, beat on B1, mark Grievous. You just and especially Grandmaster Yoda will just start one-shotting them. Mm-hmm. It's really stupid. So yeah, hold on, I'm gonna sneeze.
And Grandmaster Yoda at Relic 7 again is huge. He gets a lot.
Even just 2 or 3, he starts getting stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't hit that. Sorry, I couldn't get to the mute that fast.
That's okay. So it is largely going to be attackers that you're going to be facing. You're going to be looking at. So attackers and tanks. Again, if you're looking for characters to take to Gear 13, attackers and tanks, they're the ones that get the biggest bonus from relics right now. So Grandmaster Yoda, a really good one to take to Gear 13 because his damage is multiplied by a good bit. And if you're facing against people that did not up their tanks are going to have considerably less health and protection than they should, and your attacker is going to start wrecking them. They may do the same thing anyways, even with Relic 7, because attackers gain at a higher rate than tanks.
Yep.
So.
All right, Ouchie Girl. Question, are you going to play Borderlands 3 on PC Ranger? No. Sorry, I've got too many other games I'm involved with right now. And too much stuff going on. So maybe eventually I will, but not right now, hon. Scorp 30 question. What would be better? Relic 7 Jedi Knight Anakin or Relic 5 Jedi Knight Anakin and Grandmaster Yoda? I'm thinking I should spread the love, but I really want Anakin. Anakin and GMY at 5 works really, really well. I'd do 2 instead of 1. What do you think, Finn?
Depends what you're using them for.
Well,
if you're putting Padme on defense, I don't think it's going to be very easy for anybody to beat a Relic 7 Jedi Knight Anakin.
True. If you're using them for offense and you want to spread it out a little bit, I mean, Relic 5, Jedi Knight Anakin, and Grandmaster Yoda both, that's stupid. Mm-hmm. That's really
It just depends how you want to focus. Either way, I don't have an issue with either one of them. Just depends how you want to focus. But that's pretty much it.
All right. Hogzilla question: why is Battlefield broken? Well, they had done a recent patch where they added all these new abilities. Well, it completely broke the game. Then they try to go back, and the problem is like it's just all kinds of bugs and glitches, and the hero combat is basically dead because what happens is you can be in the air and Yoda swings his lightsaber on the ground and you get hit and die. It's unplayable. It really is. If you go watch other Battlefront videos and stuff, it's really, really bad. The community in Battlefront is pissed off. And they try to bring it back, but it's still not working. So there's no point of me. I love Battlefront, and I love playing it, but there's no point of playing the game when it's so broken. It's really bad. Like, you just go into the game and you're like, what is this? How did I die? You have no explanation. So it's gotten really bad with a lot of the bugs and glitches and things and stuff doing stuff that it's not even supposed to be doing. It just, your stamina bar just instantly dies. You don't know why. I mean, you're getting one-shotted by something. You're like, what? So I'm just not going to put myself through that. And I've been checking to see when it's going to be updated. They haven't fixed it completely yet. So until they do, I'm not going to show a game that's broken. So there you go. All right, let's see if there's any more questions, and then we can wrap this up. Let's see here. Last question from Gav P. Question: what is the best way to prepare a team to counter high relic Darth Revan teams? Well, you can go with your own Darth Revan team. The nuke team for Grievous works really well. Padme can do it, especially if they've got the relics. Any other suggestions, Finn? I mean, Jedi Knight Revan high level can do it with relics. Few suggestions there.
Yeah, I think those are the main ones.
Yeah, I mean, it's still Darth Revan. Let's not be too coy about this, but yeah, those teams can do it.
Yeah.
All right, so that is our lunch stream for today. I'll be back tonight at probably around 7 p.m. I'll do mini roster reviews. I'm not going to do Battlefront, so I'll do mini roster reviews for you guys tonight, and that's where we hang out.
Wait, you're doing it at 7?
Yeah, why?
Okay. Well, it's Tuesday night, so we're going to do Tuesday night PC gaming on Twitch with Borderlands 3 probably at 8.
Early, Finn?
Yeah, we either do it at 8 or 9. It's going to be 8 now with Borderlands 3. It's Tuesday. It's PC gaming night.
You're not doing it or you're doing it, and then you're saying you do mini roster reviews, but then you're doing Borderlands at 8.
Yeah, but I didn't say do mini roster reviews that late.
Well, I have a life too, Finn.
What's a life?
So anyway, thank you guys for joining us today. I'll try to see if I can do it at 6 then. Good
Hooray!
Lord. Screw up my whole day. So check that out. Tonight we'll do that. Make sure you check out Operation Metaverse tonight. They'll be streaming. We always want to support our good friends Team Money and good old Maurice. We love Operation Metaverse. The Skewers support them as well. And then we'll be back tomorrow for our normal stuff. Make sure you give us a thumbs up, subscribe. Make sure you guys, if you haven't checked out the event for the Children's Hospital of Atlanta, I'll pull it up here. Go to it's already up. The event's already up for Discord. Go ahead and hit the bell notification. Get ready for it. We're going to need all the skewers, as much support as we can get there. So just want to say thank you guys for all your support. With that, we're going to call this one done. So we'll see you tonight for so many roster reviews in PC Gaming, and see you over on Operation Metaverse. So have a great rest of your day, and we will holler at you later. Peace.
Yes, RSG and